So this was supposed to be recorded back in May, so I could publish it at the end of May, you know, before the summer started, since it is a beach theme. And let's just say I've had a case of the I don't wannas when it comes to creating videos for YouTube since, early or middle April. So I haven't been doing any, and I know some people have asked, hey, what's going on, everything okay? I don't know if I'd call it okay or not, but I'm here doing this video at, almost the end of July, so alrighty. This is a redo of the beach tie-dye. The colors I've changed a bit over the past 6 months or so as the orders come in for this shirt. I'm now calling it the Caribbean beach because the sands are white. Technically not white, but they're whitish, beigey. Anyway, a brighter colored sand. Colors are a bit different. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same thing. If you haven't seen the beach shirt yet, then you get to see it now. This is a 100% cotton t-shirt that's been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes and then spun out until it's just damp. This is larger than I normally work with. This is a 2X because I'm fulfilling an order for this video. And they asked for a left-sided beach. So since it's inside out, since this is being ice-dyed, that means I will put the beach on the right. So let's draw a beach on here, and then we'll go ahead and do a few sets of waves, major waves, I guess we'll call them. There's one, there's two, and we'll do that as three. Alrighty, so we'll just go ahead and tie this up. Now, I'm not concerned about like the same sized accordions and all that on these folds since it is an ocean. There's a lot of inconsistency, so sometimes it's a small accordion, sometimes it's a large. Just kind of go on, and sometimes they're crinkled. It's basically however it goes when it first goes up to my hand. We'll tie this off. These I do tie pretty tight, and I usually go for 3 turns. That first one, pull that tight, and then go for 1 or 2 more after that. Make sure it's tight, and then we'll work our way down and then do the next step. Alright, once those major ties are done, I just go in and usually do 2 more ties between each section. Obviously, this is an open section here at the end, so I'll do 1 here and then a little one at the end. Just hold that together. So there'll be 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. For this stuff that's like all wadded up in here, I'll try to make it to where I can make sure there's accordions in here. Stuff on the end, I'll go ahead and tuck. And like this, I will just form this into some accordions based on randomness, basically. And if it's too long and it starts going into the other, I will just tuck it back over. Okay, hold that in place so that some of that doesn't fall out. And then do the same 3 plus 1 on these. Get these pretty tight. And like I said, I'll just work my way down. Now I know on the old one I would come in, the old design that I used, I would come in and do some of these at an angle. I don't do that anymore because I batch dye anywhere from 2 to 6 of these at the same time. If I do that, you can't form it straight, so if it's like that, I can't fit them all together. So I do tie all of these straight now. It doesn't mean the waves are straight, it still follows the pattern. It's just not more of a, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, it makes it easier for the batching of multiples. So let's do this last one. Alright, once you're through with that, cut that off. Get 1 or 2 little rubber bands, and then we'll just kind of pick this to bundle that. Alright, so this one, and then I've already done a second one, which is here. This is a full beach, so the beach goes all the way across. And I try not to proof these up too much either because, you know, if I'm batching them, I want to be able to keep it somewhat together. Make it easier. Takes up less space on the dyeing table. Alright. So I'll make up cardboard to go around this, and off to dye. Alright, so I use a hemostat, or hemostats to hold the cardboard in place so that it doesn't pooch out after the ice is put in place. I use the first one lined up with that line so that I know where to start and stop the sand. The colors I use now for this version are Ivory from Dharma, Sea Green and Viridian Blue from Grateful Dyes, Seashell Blue and Marine Blue from Grateful Dyes, and Classic Cerulean from Fabric Dye Company, which is now Dye Spin. I'm going to go ahead and crush some ice and spread that out. I do ice much heavier than I used to, and I almost always pull off a single pass so I can just dye one side. Sometimes there's a little bit that I have to redo in the sand area, but almost always the rest of it's covered in a single pass of ice as long as I go heavy ice. Alrighty, we'll let that sit and melt through and see how it goes. Alright, both of these are ready. I'm going to go ahead and untie them and do a quick rinse and then a wash.
Alright, so I'll go throw these in the wash, and then we'll take a final look.
Okay, here's the extra large, and here's the other one with the full beach. So the colors end up being slightly different, obviously, because I'm using different colors. I like this beach color better. It has less brown in it. What are your thoughts on the changes? There is a much smaller difference between these two colors than it was in the original, but I think it works for a lighter ocean color. I will say, I have almost exclusively switched over to Dancing Robin shirts from Grateful Dyes. There's a few exceptions, shirt sizes they don't carry that I need to carry, and if I have supply issues with them, but otherwise I've switched over to them. The difference between this and what I was using is night and day as far as the actual quality of the shirt. I'm not seeing the issues that kept arising with the Gildans and having to fight with that. They're softer and they're quite a bit thicker. If you don't like thick shirts, this probably isn't a good option. The only thing I don't like so much is the neck or the collar. It's really small and it does that puckering thing. I wish that wasn't there and it was thinner. It's really thick. As far as me wearing these shirts, this part irritates me until I stretch it out because I don't like clothing around my neck. But otherwise, I much prefer this shirt. I've had a lot of customers tell me that they much prefer these shirts. So we'll see over time if everything stands up. That is it for this. I am planning to start doing videos twice a week again. It should be Wednesday and Sunday of each week. This video should have come out on a Wednesday, so on Sunday there should be something completely new that I currently have batching. Hopefully y'all like it. Until next time, thanks for watching.